The unseen threat. The galaxy was a tapestry of stars and shadow, where even the most advanced civilizations grappled with the unknown. Humanity, now spread across numerous star systems, faced a new chapter in its history. The Black Ship, a vessel shrouded in mystery and formidable design, stood as a symbol of humanity's relentless quest for exploration and survival. Captain Elena Hart of the Black Ship surveyed the cosmos from the bridge of her vessel. Her crew, a mix of seasoned spacefarers and bright-eyed newcomers, bustled around her, preparing for the mission that could alter the course of human history. The ship itself was a marvel, equipped with cutting-edge technology and reinforced with the most resilient materials known to mankind. The mission was straightforward in theory: venture into uncharted space, investigate potential threats, and establish a foothold for future exploration. However, as the Black Ship prepared to jump into faster-than-light travel, a palpable tension hung in the air. The crew was aware that they were stepping into the unknown, and with that came the risk of encountering danger. As the ship finally cleared the distortion and entered a more stable region of space, the crew let out a collective sigh of relief. The immediate danger had been averted, but the uncertainty of what lay ahead remained. The Black Ship was now deeper into uncharted territory, and the real challenge of their mission was only just beginning. Elena gathered her senior officers in the briefing room to discuss their next steps. "We faced our first challenge and come through it. Now, it's time to refocus on our primary objectives. We need to gather more data on this region and prepare for any further anomalies." The officers nodded in agreement, their resolve strengthened by their recent trial. The Black Ship was ready to continue its journey, and the crew was prepared to face whatever lay ahead with courage and determination. As the ship resumed its course, the vast expanse of space stretched out before them, a canvas of possibilities and potential discoveries. The Black Ship's voyage was a bold testament to humanity's quest for knowledge and its willingness to confront the unknown. And as the crew ventured further into the galaxy, they knew that their journey was just beginning, with challenges and triumphs awaiting them in the dark reaches of space. Uncharted territories and new alliances. The Black Ship's engines hummed softly as it coasted through the vast expanse of space. The stars, brilliant and distant, painted a canvas of possibilities. For Captain Elise Hart, this voyage was not just a mission, it was a beacon of hope for humanity's future. Ellis glanced at the holoscreen, which displayed the ship's trajectory through uncharted regions of the galaxy. The crew had been briefed about the significance of their journey, but the sheer scale of the unknown still made her heart race. The Black Ship, a marvel of human engineering, was tasked with exploring these new frontiers and forging alliances with alien civilizations. In the control room, Lieutenant Arjun Patel meticulously monitored the ship's systems. His eyes flickered over various readouts, ensuring everything functioned perfectly. Though he had a quiet demeanor, his dedication spoke volumes. Beside him, Dr. Lin Wei, the ship's chief scientist, reviewed data from the recent scans. The excitement in her voice was palpable as she reported, "Captain, the readings are fascinating. There are anomalies in the data that suggest the presence of a new, potentially habitable planet." Ellis nodded, her expression a mix of curiosity and determination. "Prepare for a closer approach. We need to understand what we're dealing with before making any contact." As the Black Ship adjusted its course towards the newly discovered planet, the crew buzzed with anticipation. The briefing had outlined that humanity was on the brink of a breakthrough, and every crew member was eager to contribute. They were aware that their actions would define the future of human-alien relations. The planet, as seen from the ship's observation deck, was a beautiful blue-green sphere, swathed in clouds and vibrant with potential. Elise couldn't help but feel a surge of pride as she marveled at the sight. Humanity's first contact with an alien world was about to become a reality, and it was their mission to make a positive impression. As the ship descended into the planet's orbit, the crew prepared for their initial contact with the alien inhabitants. The ship's communication systems were fine-tuned, and protocols for first contact were reviewed once more. They had to ensure that their approach was respectful and non-threatening. "All systems a go," Lieutenant Patel confirmed. "We're ready to initiate contact procedures." Elise took a deep breath, her gaze fixed on the planet below. The importance of this moment weighed heavily on her shoulders. The future of interstellar diplomacy and cooperation rested on the success of this mission. She activated the ship's communication array and sent out a friendly open signal, following the carefully crafted script designed to introduce humanity as peaceful explorers. Hours passed, each moment stretching with anticipation. The crew watched as the signal was sent, their eyes glued to the screens for any response. Finally, a faint transmission came through, garbled but discernible. It was a sign of life, a signal from the planet's surface. Dr. Lin Wei immediately began to decode the transmission. "It's definitely an intelligent signal," she said, her excitement barely contained. "We're getting a response." Elise's heart skipped a beat. They had made contact. The next steps were crucial. The alien civilization had to be approached with care and respect. Elise convened a meeting with her senior officers to discuss their strategy. "We need to be prepared for anything," Elise stated. "Our goal is to establish a positive relationship, but we must be ready for misunderstandings. Let's ensure our first contact team is briefed thoroughly." Lieutenant Patel nodded, his fingers flying over the controls to prepare the communication equipment. "I'll make sure all protocols are in place. We need to be ready for their response and adapt as necessary." The team assembled for the briefing, their faces a mixture of excitement and apprehension. Elise went over the key points, emphasizing the importance of maintaining a peaceful stance and being open to learning about the alien culture. "Remember," Elise said, "we represent humanity. Our actions today will shape the future of our interactions with this new civilization." With the preparations complete, the black ship descended towards the planet's surface. The crew watched as the alien landscape came into view, a mesmerizing tapestry of colors and structures. It was unlike anything they had ever seen, an alien world that promised both challenges and opportunities. As the ship touched down, the crew disembarked, their hearts pounding with anticipation. They were about to step onto an alien world and meet its inhabitants for the first time. The air was filled with a sense of purpose and the thrill of exploration. The first contact team, led by Captain Elise Hart, approached the designated meeting area. The alien structures loomed ahead, their design both intricate and foreign. The team's translator devices were active, ready to bridge the gap between human and alien languages. The moment of truth was upon them. Elise took a deep breath and stepped forward, her heart racing as she prepared to make the first official contact. The fate of humanity's relationship with this new civilization hung in the balance. As the crew awaited the alien response, the tension was palpable. The black ship's mission was more than just exploration. It was a bold statement of humanity's commitment to peaceful coexistence and mutual respect. The next few moments would define the course of their mission and potentially the future of interstellar relations. The adventure had only just begun, and the path ahead was filled with endless possibilities. First impressions. The sun of the alien planet cast a warm, golden hue over the landscape as Captain Elise Hart and her team approached the meeting site. The terrain was lush, with strange flora that shimmered in hues of violet and gold. The structures in the distance were unlike any human architecture, graceful and organic, seemingly grown rather than built. The first contact team consisted of Elise, Lieutenant Arjun Patel, Dr. Lin Wei, and a few other specialists. Each member of the team wore the latest in space exploration suits, designed to adapt to various atmospheric conditions. The suits were equipped with translators and environmental sensors to ensure their safety and facilitate communication. As they reached the edge of the alien settlement, Elise signaled for the team to halt. The structures before them were magnificent, towering gracefully and adorned with bioluminescent patterns. It was clear that these beings had a deep connection with their environment. Dr. Wei, her eyes wide with wonder, murmured, "I've never seen anything like this. It's as if their technology and biology are intertwined. Lieutenant Patel adjusted the settings on the translator device, ensuring that it was calibrated to handle the alien language they hoped to encounter. The team's communication equipment was set to receive any signals from the aliens, and they waited patiently for a response. Suddenly, a group of alien figures emerged from one of the structures. They were tall and slender, with skin that glistened like polished metal. Their eyes were large and expressive, and their movements were fluid and graceful. They bore an air of curiosity and caution. The lead alien, who seemed to be in charge, approached the humans with an outstretched hand, a gesture of peace. Elise stepped forward, mimicking the gesture as best as she could. The translator devices hummed softly, picking up the alien's initial greeting. "Welcome to Xaloria," the alien's voice resonated through the translator. "I am Timara, the emissary of the Xalorian people. We have been awaiting your arrival." Alice's heart swelled with relief and excitement. The first contact had gone smoothly so far, and Timara's welcoming tone was promising. "Thank you for your warm reception, Timara. I am Captain Elise Hart of the Black Ship. We come in peace and wish to learn about your world and culture." Timara's eyes, deep and reflective, showed signs of interest. "We are honored by your visit. Xaloria has long desired to make contact with other civilizations. Your arrival is a significant event for us." As the initial pleasantries were exchanged, the alien emissary led the team to a central gathering area within their settlement. The architecture here was even more stunning, with towering structures that seemed to pulse with a gentle light. The air was filled with a soft, melodious hum that added to the otherworldly ambience. Dr. Wei took out her equipment and began analyzing the environment, fascinated by the unique bioluminescence and the subtle energies permeating the air. "This place is incredible," she whispered to Lieutenant Patel. "The technology and natural elements seem to be seamlessly integrated." The Xalorians observed the humans with a mix of curiosity and respect. Elise noticed that the alien delegation appeared to be communicating among themselves, their gestures and expressions conveying a deep level of engagement and thought. After a brief period of interaction, Timara gestured for the group to follow. They were led to a large hall, where an intricate tapestry of Xalorian history and achievements adorned the walls. Elise and her team were given a seat in the center of the hall, and the atmosphere grew solemn as the Xalorian people gathered to witness the historic meeting. Timara addressed the assembly, her voice resonating with a blend of pride and solemnity. "The arrival of the humans is a momentous occasion for Xaloria. We have long dreamed of this day when we could reach out to the stars and meet other beings from across the galaxy." The hall was illuminated by a soft, shifting light as Timara continued. "We have prepared a presentation to share our history and culture with you. It is our hope that this exchange will be the beginning of a lasting and fruitful relationship." Elise exchanged glances with her team, a sense of awe and responsibility settling over them. This was not merely an exploration. It was the beginning of a new chapter in interstellar diplomacy. The presentation began, showcasing holographic images and sounds that depicted the history of the Xalorian people, their achievements, and their values. The presentation was deeply moving. The Xalorians had a rich history, marked by technological advancement and a profound respect for nature. Their civilization had evolved in harmony with their environment, and their achievements were a testament to their ingenuity and commitment to sustainability. As the presentation concluded, Timara approached Elise and her team with a gesture of invitation. "Now, we would like to learn more about you and your people. Please share with us the story of humanity." Elise took a deep breath, her mind racing as she considered how best to present humanity's story. She knew this was a critical moment, and how they shared their history would shape the Xalorians' perception of them. With confidence, Elise began to recount the story of humanity's journey, from the early days of exploration and technological advancement to the establishment of the United Earth Coalition and its commitment to peace and cooperation. She spoke of humanity's resilience, creativity, and the values that guided them. The Xalorians listened intently, their expressions reflecting a mix of fascination and admiration. As Elise concluded, she sensed a growing bond between the two species. The dialogue was not just about exchanging information, it was about building trust and understanding. Timara smiled warmly, her eyes reflecting a genuine appreciation. Your story is inspiring, Captain Hart. It is clear that humanity has much to offer, and we look forward to exploring the possibilities of our collaboration. Elise felt a wave of relief and hope. The first steps of their mission had been successful. They had made a positive impression and opened the door to future cooperation. As the meeting concluded, Elise and her team were filled with a sense of accomplishment and excitement about the potential of their new alliance. The Xalorians offered a ceremonial gift, a beautifully crafted artifact that symbolized their culture and their hopes for a prosperous future with humanity. Elise accepted it with gratitude, knowing that this gesture was a sign of the trust and respect that had been established. As the sun set over Xaloria, casting a warm glow over the alien landscape, Elise and her team reflected on the day's events. They had taken the first steps towards forging a new alliance, and the future was filled with possibilities. The journey had only just begun, and the path ahead was ripe with opportunities for discovery and mutual growth. The adventure continued, and with each new step, humanity and Xaloria moved closer to a shared destiny among the stars. The gift of unity. The days following the initial meeting were filled with a flurry of activity. Captain Elise Hart and her team had been immersed in a whirlwind of exchanges, cultural activities, and collaborative projects with the Xalorian people. The initial apprehension had given way to a burgeoning sense of camaraderie and shared purpose. The Xalorians were eager to learn more about human technology, culture, and governance. In turn, Elise and her team were equally curious about the Xalorian way of life, their technological advancements, and their philosophical outlook. The mutual exchange was enriching, with each side gaining new insights into the other. One morning, Elise was summoned to the Xalorian council chamber for a special ceremony. The hall was adorned with elaborate decorations, vividly colored tapestries that depicted the Xalorians' history, and a central platform that sparkled with bioluminescent light. Timara greeted Elise warmly as she entered. "Captain Hart," Timara said with a graceful bow, "today we celebrate the beginning of our partnership. It is an occasion of great significance for us." Elise returned the gesture, feeling a deep sense of honor and anticipation. "Thank you, Timara. We are honored to be here and look forward to the future of our collaboration." Timara led Elise to the central platform where a ceremonial table was set. On it lay a beautifully crafted object, an intricate artifact made of materials that seemed to shift colors in the light. It was a fusion of art and technology, reflecting the Xalorians' deep connection to their environment and their advanced capabilities. "This is the gift of unity," Timara explained. "It represents our commitment to building a strong and lasting relationship with humanity. It is a symbol of our shared hopes and the bond we are creating." Elise admired the gift, her mind racing with the possibilities it represented. "It's truly magnificent. We will cherish it and honor the spirit in which it was given." As the ceremony continued, Timara elaborated on the meaning of the gift of unity. It was not merely a physical object, but a representation of their mutual aspirations and the promise of future collaboration. The Xalorians hoped that this gift would serve as a reminder of their shared goals and the trust they were building. The celebration included traditional Xalorian music and dance, and Elise and her team were invited to participate. The Xalorian dances were fluid and mesmerizing, their movements reflecting a deep harmony with the natural world. Elise and her team, though unfamiliar with the choreography, joined in with enthusiasm. The experience was both exhilarating and humbling. Throughout the celebration, Elise observed the deep sense of community and connection among the Xalorians. Their culture was centered around unity and collaboration, principles that resonated deeply with the values of the United Earth Coalition. It was becoming increasingly clear that this alliance had the potential to bring about significant and positive change for both species. As the day drew to a close, Team Ara invited Elise to a private meeting to discuss the next steps in their partnership. They retreated to a quiet, serene garden within the Xalorian complex, surrounded by bioluminescent plants that cast a gentle glow. "I wanted to take this opportunity to discuss the future of our collaboration," Timara said, her voice filled with thoughtful consideration. "We have been exploring various areas where our knowledge and technologies could complement each other." Elise nodded, eager to delve into the possibilities. "We're excited about the potential for collaboration. We've seen so much that is fascinating and valuable in your technology and approach. We'd like to explore joint research initiatives and technology exchanges." Timura's eyes brightened with enthusiasm. "That is exactly what we had in mind. Our researchers have identified several areas where your technology could enhance our capabilities, and vice versa. For example, your advances in energy systems could help us in our efforts to create more sustainable energy sources." Elise listened attentively as Timara outlined the various research projects and collaborative efforts that could be pursued. The potential for mutual growth was immense, and the excitement in the air was palpable. One particular area of interest was the development of advanced medical technologies. The Xalorians had made significant strides in regenerative medicine, but they were keen to integrate human insights into their research. Elise saw this as an opportunity to make a real impact, both in advancing medical science and improving the quality of life for both species. Timara also expressed interest in learning more about human artistic and cultural expressions. The Xalorians were deeply curious about how humans express themselves through art, music, and literature. Elise promised to arrange a series of cultural exchanges to provide insight into humanity's creative endeavors. As the meeting concluded, Elise felt a deep sense of satisfaction and optimism. The groundwork for a strong partnership was being laid, and the possibilities for collaboration were vast. The alliance between humanity and the Xalorians had the potential to not only advance both civilizations, but also to set a precedent for future interstellar relationships. The following weeks were a whirlwind of activity as the teams from both species worked together on various projects. They exchanged knowledge, shared technology, and participated in joint research initiatives. The collaboration was both challenging and rewarding, pushing the boundaries of what was possible. Elise's team was particularly engaged in a project to develop a new energy system that combined Xalorian bioluminescence with human technology. The project was ambitious but showed great promise, and the team worked tirelessly to achieve their goals. In addition to the scientific endeavors, the cultural exchanges continued, with Xalorians visiting the human ship and humans exploring more of Xaloria. The interactions were always enriching, fostering a deeper understanding and appreciation between the two species. One evening, as Elise gazed out at the alien landscape from the observation deck of the Black Ship, she reflected on the journey that had brought them to this point. The challenges had been great, but the rewards were even greater. The bond between humanity and the Xalorians was growing stronger with each passing day, and the future was bright with the promise of new discoveries and shared successes. The gift of unity had proven to be more than a symbol. It was a living testament to the power of collaboration and the potential for positive change. As Elise looked up at the stars, she felt a renewed sense of hope and excitement for the adventures that lay ahead. The journey was far from over, and the path forward was filled with endless possibilities. With each new step, humanity and the Xalorians were forging a legacy that would resonate through the cosmos, a legacy of cooperation, understanding, and shared ambition. The stars were calling, and both species were ready to answer. The rift and the resolution. As the months passed, the alliance between humanity and the Xalorians flourished. The joint projects were advancing, and the cultural exchanges continued to strengthen the bond between the two species. However, amidst the progress and optimism, a shadow began to loom over the partnership. Rumors of dissent started to circulate among the Xalorian populace. A faction of traditionalists who were wary of the rapid changes and the growing influence of humans began to voice their concerns. They believed that the integration of human technology and culture might threaten Silurian values and traditions. Timara, aware of the brewing discontent, approached Elise with a troubled expression. "Captain Hart, we have encountered some resistance within our society. There are those who fear that our alliance with humanity may undermine our way of life. They are advocating for a re-evaluation of our agreements." Elise's brow furrowed with concern. "That's troubling news, Timara. What can we do to address these concerns and ensure that the partnership remains strong?" Timara sighed, her gaze distant. "We must engage with these dissenters directly. Understanding their fears and addressing their concerns is crucial. Perhaps a forum where both sides can openly discuss their issues and find common ground would help." Elise agreed, recognizing the importance of addressing the underlying issues before they escalated further. A meeting was organized, bringing together representatives from the dissenting faction, Timara's team, and Elise and her crew. The venue for the discussion was a large, neutral space designed to facilitate open dialogue. As the representatives gathered, the atmosphere was tense. The dissenters were led by a Silurian named Varnak, a prominent figure with strong traditionalist views. His demeanor was stern, and his presence commanded attention. The meeting began with Varnak addressing the assembly. "We are gathered here today because we believe that our alliance with humanity is not without its risks. Our culture and traditions are being overshadowed by external influences. We fear that we may lose our identity if we continue down this path." Timara took the floor next, her voice calm and measured. "We understand your concerns, Varnak. Our goal is not to impose our culture or values upon you, but to create a partnership based on mutual respect and benefit. We are here to listen and address your fears." Elise, standing beside Timara, added, "We share your commitment to preserving Silurian culture. Our intention is to work together in a way that respects your traditions while also exploring the potential for growth and collaboration." The discussion was candid and often heated, with both sides presenting their viewpoints and concerns. The dissenters expressed apprehension about the rapid pace of technological integration and the perceived erosion of Silurian values. They argued that some of the cultural exchanges had been overly one-sided, with human perspectives dominating. In response, Elise and Timara highlighted the benefits of the partnership, emphasizing the positive outcomes and shared successes. They also acknowledged the importance of preserving Silurian traditions and proposed measures to ensure that cultural exchanges were more balanced and respectful. The dialogue continued for hours, with both sides making concessions and seeking common ground. The breakthrough came when Elise suggested the creation of a joint cultural committee, comprising representatives from both species to oversee and guide cultural exchanges. This committee would ensure that the Silurian heritage was honored and that the partnership remained respectful and equitable. Varnak, though initially resistant, agreed to participate in the committee. He recognized the sincerity of the effort and saw it as a potential way to address his concerns. The formation of the committee was seen as a positive step toward resolving the rift and fostering a more inclusive partnership. In the weeks that followed, the Joint Cultural Committee was established and began its work. The committee's first initiative was to organize a series of cultural festivals, celebrating both Silurian and human traditions. These festivals aimed to showcase the richness of both cultures and promote a deeper understanding and appreciation. The festivals were a resounding success, drawing large crowds from both species. The events included traditional Silurian performances, human music and art exhibitions, and collaborative activities that highlighted the strengths and uniqueness of each culture. The festivals served as a powerful reminder of the value of diversity and the beauty of cultural exchange. As the tensions eased and the alliance continued to thrive, Elise and Timara reflected on the challenges they had overcome. The rift had been a significant test of their partnership, but it had also strengthened their resolve and deepened their commitment to working together. One evening, as Elise and Timara walked through the illuminated gardens of the Silurian complex, they discussed the progress of their efforts. "This has been a challenging period," Timara said, her voice filled with a mix of relief and satisfaction. "But I believe we have come out stronger on the other side. Our commitment to mutual respect and understanding has been reaffirmed." Ellis nodded in agreement. "Absolutely. The festivals and the work of the Cultural Committee have been instrumental in bridging the gap. It's clear that our partnership has the potential to be a model for future interstellar relationships." Timara smiled warmly. "Indeed, our journey is far from over, but the path ahead is illuminated by the trust and respect we have built. I am confident that we will continue to achieve great things together." As they gazed out at the shimmering landscape, Elise felt a renewed sense of optimism and purpose. The alliance between humanity and the Tellurians was a testament to the power of collaboration and the resilience of shared aspirations. The challenges they had faced had only strengthened their bond, and the future was bright with the promise of continued growth and exploration. With each new initiative and every shared success, humanity and the Tellurians were forging a legacy of unity and mutual respect. The stars above seemed to shine a little brighter, reflecting the hope and potential that lay in their ongoing partnership. The unexpected challenge. As the Cultural Committee continued to thrive and the alliance between humans and Tellurians strengthened, an unforeseen crisis emerged. A mysterious and deadly disease began to spread through the Tellurian colonies, threatening both the Tellurian population and their collaborative projects with humans. The disease, initially appearing as a mild flu, rapidly progressed into a severe illness with a high mortality rate. The Tellurian medical teams were overwhelmed, and the situation quickly escalated into a full-blown emergency. The Tellurian government, in desperation, reached out to their human counterparts for assistance. Ellis received the urgent request for help while she was in a meeting with the Cultural Committee. The gravity of the situation was apparent in the tense tone of Timara's voice as she relayed the news. "Captain Hart, we have just received word of a severe outbreak in one of our major colonies. The disease is spreading quickly, and our medical resources are insufficient to handle the crisis. We need your assistance immediately." Elise's face hardened with concern. "We'll do everything we can, Timara. What specific help do you need from us?" Timara's eyes were filled with a mix of worry and determination. "We need medical experts, supplies, and logistical support. If possible, we also need researchers who can help understand the nature of this disease and find a cure. Time is of the essence." Elise quickly mobilized her team. The situation called for a coordinated response, and she enlisted the help of Dr. Julian Carter, a leading human epidemiologist known for his work on interstellar diseases. Dr. Carter, accompanied by a team of skilled medical professionals and researchers, was dispatched to the affected Tellurian colonies. Upon arrival, Dr. Carter and his team were immediately struck by the severity of the outbreak. The Tellurian cities were in a state of lockdown, and medical facilities were overwhelmed with patients. The disease was proving to be particularly challenging due to its rapid progression and the Tellurians' unique physiology. Dr. Carter wasted no time in assessing the situation. He and his team set up temporary research and treatment centers, working alongside Tellurian medical personnel to provide care and gather data. The initial findings were troubling. The disease was highly contagious and seemed to affect Tellurians differently than humans. Elise, while coordinating logistical support and ensuring the smooth operation of the joint efforts, maintained close communication with Dr. Carter. She was determined to see this crisis through, knowing that the health of their allies and the future of their partnership depended on their success. As days turned into weeks, the collaborative effort between human and Tellurian medical teams began to yield results. Dr. Carter's team made significant progress in understanding the disease's transmission and identifying potential treatments. They discovered that the disease was caused by a previously unknown pathogen, which had mutated to affect Tellurian biology in a way that was not yet fully understood. The breakthrough came when Dr. Carter's team developed an experimental treatment based on a combination of Tellurian and human medical technologies. The treatment showed promise in initial trials, significantly reducing the severity of the disease and improving recovery rates. However, the treatment required a delicate balance of Silurian and human components, which posed logistical challenges. With the experimental treatment in hand, the focus shifted to scaling up production and distribution. The joint teams worked around the clock to produce enough of the treatment for widespread use. Elise coordinated the efforts to ensure that the necessary resources were allocated efficiently and that the treatment reached the most affected areas. Throughout the crisis, the bond between humans and Silurians was tested in unprecedented ways. The shared struggle against the disease forged a deeper connection between the two species as they worked side by side to overcome the challenge. The collaboration extended beyond medical and scientific efforts, with both sides providing emotional support and solidarity. Tianara, who had been instrumental in managing the Silurian side of the response, expressed her gratitude to Elise and her team. "Captain Hart, your support has been invaluable. Without your assistance, we would have faced even greater losses. This crisis has shown us the strength of our partnership." Elise, though exhausted from the intense efforts, was heartened by the progress made. "It's been a difficult journey, but we've faced it together. The resilience and cooperation of both our teams have been truly remarkable. We're making strides, and I believe we will overcome this challenge." As the situation began to stabilize, the focus shifted to long-term recovery and prevention. The joint efforts to understand and combat the disease had not only provided immediate relief, but also paved the way for future collaborations in medical research and disease prevention. The crisis had revealed the depth of the partnership between humans and Silurians. Despite the initial challenges and the strain on their relationship, the experience had strengthened their resolve and deepened their mutual respect. The successful resolution of the crisis was a testament to their shared commitment to overcoming adversity and supporting each other. With the outbreak brought under control and the Silurian colonies beginning their recovery, Elise and Timara took a moment to reflect on the journey. They stood together, overlooking the now quieted cities, knowing that their alliance had been tested and had emerged stronger. The experience had solidified the foundation of their partnership and opened new avenues for cooperation. The lessons learned and the bonds forged during the crisis would continue to shape the future of their relationship. As they prepared for the next phase of their collaboration, both Elise and Timara were filled with a renewed sense of purpose. The challenges faced had only strengthened their commitment to working together and advancing their shared goals. The stars above seemed to shine a little brighter, reflecting the hope and resilience that had emerged from the trials they had faced. The future was filled with possibilities, and the partnership between humanity and the Silurians was poised to continue its journey of growth, exploration, and mutual respect. The dawn of a new era, with the Silurian crisis under control and the collaborative efforts yielding positive results, the focus of the alliance shifted to celebrating their achievements and planning for the future. The recovery from the outbreak had been arduous, but it had forged an even stronger bond between humans and Silurians, paving the way for a new chapter in their partnership. Elise Hart and Timara, having worked closely together throughout the crisis, found themselves reflecting on the journey they had undergone. Their shared experiences had deepened their understanding and respect for each other's cultures and capabilities. The successful resolution of the crisis had not only saved lives, but had also set the stage for an expanded collaboration between their species. In a gesture of gratitude and solidarity, the Silurian government organized a grand celebration to honor the efforts of the human team and to mark the beginning of a new era of cooperation. The event was to be held on Sela Prime, the capital planet of the Silurian Empire, and would be attended by dignitaries from both the Silurian and human delegations. Elise, Dr. Carter, and the rest of the human team were warmly welcomed to Sela Prime. The grand hall where the celebration was to take place was adorned with a mix of Silurian and human decorations, symbolizing the unity achieved through their joint efforts. The atmosphere was filled with a sense of optimism and anticipation. As the event commenced, Tinara took the stage to deliver a speech. Her voice, though steady, carried a deep sense of emotion. Esteemed guests, friends, and allies, we gather here today not just to celebrate our recovery from the recent crisis, but to honor the incredible partnership that has emerged from it. The challenges we faced were formidable, but they have brought us closer together and revealed the true strength of our alliance. Elise stood beside Timara, reflecting on the journey that had led them to this moment. The mutual respect and collaboration that had developed between their species were evident in the enthusiastic applause that followed Timara's words. Elise took the podium next, her voice filled with pride and gratitude. It is an honor to be here today, celebrating not just a successful resolution to a crisis, but the enduring partnership between our peoples. The strength and resilience demonstrated by both the Exhilarations and the humans have been nothing short of inspiring. This alliance is a testament to what can be achieved when we work together towards a common goal. As the speeches concluded, the celebration continued with cultural performances, exhibitions of technological advancements, and displays of art from both species. The event provided an opportunity for everyone to showcase their achievements and share their unique cultural heritage. One of the highlights of the evening was the unveiling of a collaborative project, a new research facility designed to advance the scientific knowledge of both species. The facility, aptly named the Unity Research Center, symbolized the shared commitment to exploring new frontiers and tackling future challenges together. The center would serve as a hub for ongoing research, focusing on areas of mutual interest such as medical advancements, space exploration, and cultural exchange. It was a physical manifestation of the unity and cooperation that had emerged from their shared experiences. As the celebration drew to a close, Elise and Timara took a moment to reflect on their achievements. The crisis had tested their partnership, but it had also highlighted the incredible potential for collaboration. The successful resolution had opened new doors for future endeavors and had solidified their commitment to working together for the benefit of both species. Elise turned to Timara with a smile. "It's been quite a journey, hasn't it?" Timara nodded, her expression one of satisfaction. "Indeed, what we've accomplished together is remarkable. It's a new beginning for our alliance, and I believe it will lead to even greater achievements in the future." As they looked out at the vibrant celebrations and the hopeful faces of those around them, they were filled with a sense of accomplishment and optimism. The partnership between humans and Silurians had faced its share of challenges, but it had emerged stronger and more resilient. The future held many possibilities, and both Elise and Timara were excited about the opportunities that lay ahead. Their shared experiences had created a foundation for continued collaboration and mutual respect, and they were eager to explore the new horizons that awaited them. As the festivities continued into the night, the stars above seemed to shine even brighter, reflecting the promise of a new era. The alliance between humans and Silurians was poised to thrive, fueled by the strength of their partnership and the shared vision for a brighter future. With the celebration marking the beginning of this new chapter, Elise and Timara knew that their journey was far from over. The road ahead would be filled with new challenges and opportunities, but they faced it with a renewed sense of purpose and a deepened commitment to their alliance. The dawn of this new era was not just a testament to their achievements, but a beacon of hope for the future. As the lights of the celebration flickered against the backdrop of the night sky, it was clear that the partnership between humans and Silurians had truly entered a new and exciting phase, filled with promise and potential.